Good afternoon, everyone. It is Wednesday, and this is our We Empower You Revenue Strategy and Marketing meeting with Lee Romanov. Like me, you may believe that your message is worth millions. Getting to the millions, though, is where you may get stuck. This week's Revenue Strategy and Marketing meeting will be showing you the formula that is used by multi-million-dollar online businesses that create revenue streams to transform their messages into millions. And our speaker is none other than millionaire entrepreneur and mentor Lee Romanoff, the founder of Income Activator's website builder. Lee levels the playing field and gives you the lead tracking software used by multi-million-dollar companies. Plus, you will receive the tools you need to copy this strategy going forward. And even better, you can include your products and services into this million-dollar strategy, increasing your sales, not just right now, but for the years to come. Welcome, Lee. It's so great to have you back today. Unmute.
Thank you, Bettina. Now I'm just going to jump right into it and start with the presentation. Just confirm that you can see the Queen Mother. Can you see that? Yes? Okay, perfect. Okay, well, I actually had this cartoon up here because when I was doing my research and getting all the slides, I saw this and I just thought it was hilarious. A moment of tension in the Vatican. If the bishop moves forward, the queen can take him. I just like anyway, on to our multi-million-dollar message. Turn your message into $1 million. Now, I can speak on this because I did do this. So I'm going to tell you what I learned and how you can do it too. What I'm going to be talking about is online sales, conversion, the $1 million business model, $1 million message, and getting people to your website. All these things work in accordance to turning your message into $1 million business. So to begin with, online selling. Here's how people buy online. They search for information, they look for recommendations, and then they buy. The money is always in the recommendations. I remember going to this restaurant every day. It was a beautiful sushi restaurant. Went there every day. And I passed by this Chinese restaurant, never took a second look at it. When I was standing in line to go get my seat in the sushi restaurant, somebody standing in line with me said, "Hey, have you ever tried the soup of that Chinese restaurant?" And I said, "No." So he made a recommendation. After I finished my meal in the Japanese restaurant, I went over and ordered a bowl of soup from the Chinese restaurant. This is how it works in real life. This is how it works online. You would never do it from, that Chinese restaurant had ads and discounts and promotions, just walked right through it. One complete stranger, and not even an attractive stranger, made a recommendation. And I went over and bought the product. This is exactly how leads work and how sales work online. 1% buys, up to 40% can turn into lead revenue. And so if you're trying to sell something, 1% will buy. If you're sending leads to a business, up to 40% could turn into lead revenue. But this guy, 40% of the leads may buy. So if you actually have your product here instead of here, you can potentially increase your sales from 1% to 40%. And people don't know this, they don't tell people this, but this is exactly how online business works. So let's go over this again. Revenue conversion. We know 1% may buy, 1% of your traffic may buy. So if you're selling a course for $15.99, one may buy. But if you're sending leads to a business, And this is what I did. I sent leads to a business, and I would average $5 per lead they would pay me, and I would average $50,000 a month because it was easy. I just promoted, come to my website. At that time, I was quoting the lowest car insurance rates, and I sent $5 leads to brokers. And up to 40% of my lead revenue, or of my leads, turned into lead revenue. What I found from the brokers is that 40% of the lead revenue that I was making, up to 40%, they received up to 40% higher sales versus 1% sales that they would get from their ads. So out of almost 15, 20 years of doing this, not one insurance broker ever canceled with me because they realized the conversion was so high. So just note to self, okay, when you're selling directly from your website, 1% may buy, but if you send leads and then maybe selling your product within that, up to 40% would convert. So let's look at some stuff here. And I'm just going to do it based on Bettina. If you send leads to We Empower You, the membership, and you can do that through Bettina, if you actually try to sell the membership online, 1% may buy, but if you send leads from your website to Bettina, you could possibly get lead revenue, or you could possibly get the sales revenue from affiliate links if up to 40% buy. And we're going to investigate that. So let me go over something about why companies pay for leads, because that's the question I'm always getting. Why do companies pay for leads? It doesn't seem right. So let's look at this. The formula, here's the formula that businesses use when paying you for a lead. Okay, now just the We Empower You membership, just so you know, it includes the website, TV show, and sponsorship package. It has media lists and all kinds of other benefits. It sells for $15.99, but when you sell it or someone buys from you, you make $800 profit annually. Now, if Bettina pays you $5 per lead, she would receive 160 leads to break even if she paid you, or if she paid you $800 per sale. Because Bettina or any other business, they don't want to exceed their profit margin. So Bettina's profit margin would say, look at, out of 160 leads, I would expect at least one to close so I could make $800. 160 leads. And that's completely reasonable. But Bettina also knows when she gets these leads, up to 40% will close. So either 64 of the 160 leads will close, which would give her 64 or 40% may turn into sales, which would give her $151,200 annually. Even if her lead revenue, even if 10 leads out of the 160 closed, that's still $8,000 annually. Now the person sending her leads gets paid $800, but because Bettina knows this 40% may buy, she's gambling anywhere between $8,000 and $51,000 in sales with this model. So let's look at this $1 million business model. Very, very simple. It's the simplest model you have ever heard of. You ask for content and you send leads to businesses that pay you. That's it. That's the $1 million business model that companies do. What you guys do is you create products and say, buy my stuff. $1 million companies send leads to businesses that pay them. Very simple. Let me just show you how this works. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but Google's homepage is a search bar. Could you imagine if I built someone a website and just said, okay, here's your website, here's the search bar. They'd flip out, but this is exactly what I'm doing. All companies want leads. So you type in what you're looking for, and this is Veterinarians Los Angeles. Google sends leads to companies' websites like this. So you'll see it by little ads. This veterinarian said, yeah, I will pay you for leads. Google's keyword planner will tell you how much these companies are paying for leads, which is pretty incredible. You can find out what companies want leads and how much they're paying. So this veterinarian Los Angeles is paying $7.81 per lead. The highest lead is $68.87. So this is a really good way of seeing what type of companies are paying what for pay-per-click leads, which means these businesses here can't even track these leads. They don't have the person's name, email, phone number, what they want. Through our revenue model, which is leads, you actually give these companies the name, phone number, email, and request. Much more powerful, worth much more per lead. Here you go, Facebook. I just Googled Facebook, and I think this is somewhere on my Facebook website, but somebody, Facebook, put this advertisement on my page. And when my visitors click on these ads, Facebook makes money. And Facebook doesn't have to do anything. They just make money from my content on my Facebook page. And my visitors, Facebook is making money from ads. So I'm working for Facebook for free, making them billions of dollars. Here's another great one. Pinterest. They have a message. Give us interesting photos. You send them a photo. They say, nice photo. Do you want us to pay you for a lead? You say, if you have a spa, yes. Over $1 billion from lead revenue from this model. And again, this model is really simple. I have this photography website like Pinterest. Give me your pictures, nice spa. Do you want me to send you leads? Yes, perfect. Very simple model. If I wanted to start a website and be the biggest taxi business in the world, I would say, give me your cars and I will send you leads. That's Uber. Biggest hotel in the world, give me your rooms in your house and I'll send you leads. That's Airbnb. Very simple process. Give me your content and I'll send you leads. That's it. So let's focus into turn your message into $1 million business. Your message, whatever it happens to be, mine was come for the lowest car insurance rates. My business is also get the best website builder. So your message should send leads to either yourself or a business that pays you. But the key here is that you do nothing after the lead is made or the sale is made. If you have to do something, you are going to turn your business into a dollar business, not a multi-million-dollar business. So again, $5 leads. I averaged $50,000 per month because I didn't have to deal with people's insurance problems. And who wants companies? All companies want leads. You can't give me a topic where I can't figure out a company that would want leads sent to them. Any topic is worth millions. Let's just take a very broad topic, be healthy. So if you put how to be healthy on your website and you know 1% may buy, so you can still sell your course, but up to 40% of your traffic may turn into lead revenue. So always send leads to a business where you make money, where you don't have to do the work. You could also send leads to your own business, but you've got to make sure that what they purchase is your do-it-yourself course, where it does not make you do work, where you do nothing once the product is bought. That's the key. Because if you have to do something, you reduce your promotion and the game is over. Your message is your message, and you need to promote it and send revenue to either a business that pays you for leads or to yourself, where they can buy your product, and they will buy your product 40% more here than they will here. So let's just do the $5 per lead, 40 leads, because that goes into 240 times into 40 goes into 205 per lead, whatever you figured out yourself. Okay, 16 closes, because up to 40% may close. That's $3,200. Even if 10 people close, that's $2,000. Your increased close ratio is going to be within your lead revenue model. Now, what if you included your do-it-yourself product into the We Empower You membership, giving your clients really the choice between buying your product or sending leads to a nutritionist, or having your do-it-yourself nutrition course built in, where the person not only could get your course, but could also get a website, a TV show, sponsorship program, media package, and so forth. So you could sell a $200 course here, or you could offer them a $1,500 membership where you make $800, $200 here, $800 here, same thing, more benefit. Two options for your traffic. So this is what happens. You can send 1% may buy your course. You could send leads to a nutritionist or leads to yourself. You could include a $200 do-it-yourself course. Or you can add your course to the We Empower You membership. Now, the membership costs $15.99, and you make $800 per sale of the membership. When you include your $200 course, you would actually make $600. But because the conversion is so much higher in sales, you could make between $38,400 annually if up to 40% turn into leads, or if 10% turn into leads, you could make $6,000 annually for this product that now you're going to be paid for on an annual basis, because people will retain their website, their TV show, their sponsorship programs, the media, and so forth. Just a better revenue deal. Ironically, if you have no message right now and no do-it-yourself course, you can even earn more money by turning your message into $1 million business. And here's how. Because entrepreneurs want this. Entrepreneurs want a website where there's an online store, plus where they can set up their own directory, sending leads to businesses that pay them. That they can promote their message on a TV show spotlight that runs through Amazon Fire, Apple, Chromecast, Google Play, Roku, and Android TV, a potential audience of over 50 million, where We also give you a sponsorship package where you can tell the sponsor what your message is, that you have a potential reach of over 50 million, and they promote your TV show, that promotes your website, that sends leads to businesses that pay you, which produces liquid money where you do not have to do any of the work after the sale. It's all done for you. This is ideally what the entrepreneur wants and should have. So you can make $800 selling the We Empower You membership. You can get paid $5 per lead. 160 leads will earn you $800. So you can promote through social media, through the media, whatever you want to do. But you need to understand that at least one out of those 160 leads must close, as Bettina doesn't want to give up her profit margin. It just makes sense. But I'll tell you, if 160 leads doesn't close, there's something way, way wrong, okay? Or you can just get paid for the closes, which would be anywhere in this, it falls in this category, 64 to 40% made to turn into sales revenue, where you would earn either anywhere from $51,200 annually, or if 10 closes, $8,000 annually. And all you have to do is promote the We Empower You membership. That's it. How do I get people to my website? A lot of people are asking me that. Simply go to either weempoweryou.com or weempoweryourlife.com or incomeactivator.com. Weempoweryourlife.com, revenue strategies, click on the title there, and you will see how to get media attention, how to take our revenue strategies and make them your own, how to use clickbait to get people to come to the meetings and come to your website, and all our courses every day, every week are posted. So this is a wealth of information. So either if you have an Income Activator website or a website platform in general, direct people to your website, either to sell the membership through this model here, or send leads to Bettina. Again, the key is if you're selling directly, it's 1% may buy, but 40% may buy through the lead revenue. Really critical to know. Or send people to our meetings to get the membership, or go for the lead revenue, whatever works best for you. Okay, so my big thing is mainstream media. This is where you separate the winners from the wannabes. When you talk to the mainstream media, talking to one person in the media equals talking to 50 to 100,000 people. And you really need to tattoo this to the inside of your eyelids, because this is where the entrepreneurs fall, and they fall hard because they pitch each other day in and day out. And that same pitch could be to the media getting this number. And once you do this, you will never go back to individual sales. And to be honest, the media loves this topic, turn your message into $1 million business, because a lot of people have messages. And what I would suggest is you talk from your own online experience, which is probably tragic. WordPress, GoDaddy, Wix, they have over 100 million users. Here's their revenue strategy. They give you an inadequate website and upsell you on everything they've left out. I mean, oh, isn't that great? And never give you the lead tracking software used by the multi-million-dollar companies. They keep that from you. Only Income Activator has that. So turn your message into a multi-million-dollar business. First of all, have a message. This is how to be healthy. It could be any message you have. If you don't have a message, use ours. Turn your message into a multi-million-dollar business. Have a product that does not make work for yourself after selling it. Critical, 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 whether it's sending leads to another business or sending leads to a product where they can buy it. If you don't have a product, use our membership because it's extremely profitable. Every entrepreneur needs the We Empower You membership. And even better, include your product within our membership so that you can, no pun intended, lead with what you talk about and offer your client not only your product, but a whole background of extra services like the website, the TV show, the sponsorship programs, the media contacts, and so forth. So, and this is what it looks like. Again, 1% may buy, 40% buy, so you instantly turn 1% to 40%. That's why companies want you to like them, because they know of this little deal here. So never like a company unless they're paying you for a lead. So either send leads to a company that pays you, include a lead program where you've got a product that you don't have to work on or do anything once it's sold, and better yet, just include your product into the We Empower You membership. And the advantage, the big advantage of doing that is that this product they will buy once and go away. This product you get paid every year for. So once this goes away, you still get paid annually for this. So you still get paid half of the $15.99, which is $800 annually. 100 people is $80,000 annually, which is not a bad little deal. Promotion is key. Again, mainstream media works best. That's all I can say. If you're doing anything other than mainstream media, you are actually wasting your time. Because talking to one media person is like talking to 50 to 100,000 people. So if you're posting on, Twitter or social media, Facebook, whatever, that's fine, but you're wasting your time posting as opposed to picking up the phone and pitching what you already pitch to the media. This is a wide open space. Do it. So when you start promoting, here's what the numbers come down to. If 2.8 people per week start getting the membership through your promotions, that will be about $120,000 annually. And again, depending on your promotions, if 24 people a week get the membership with your product included or not, that's $1 million annually. And all you need to do is promote. Get on radio stations, mainstream radio stations, get on mainstream TV, promote the membership or promote the membership within your product. And that's how to turn your message into $1 million business. So, Bettina, guess I got to turn on my
Yes, turn your camera back on, Lee. That's fantastic.
Okay.
The chronic reminder is so important.
Okay, let me just see if I can do this.
I'm going to invite you to start your video. There you go. Thank you so much, Lee. That was really wonderful. Round of applause, everybody.
It looks like it's on, but it's not on.
It's not on yet. Let's see.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Go. If you just randomly start clicking, something will happen.
Something will happen.
Okay. So does anyone have any questions? I'll take questions from, nobody. So basically, it's really, really simple. What is your message? Promote it. Make sure it is tied to a lead revenue model, because you'll increase your sales. That's it.
Yeah, let me just kind of summarize a little bit in terms of what I needed to hear, and I always need to hear every single week. And that is that if you're posting on social media, you're wasting your time. It's a pay-to-play environment, and it's not going to reach the larger, wider audience that your message is meant for, right? So that's a wonderful reminder. The distinction also that you make is, to create a product, a good, or a service that actually doesn't require you working to deliver the service. Make it a DIY. Make it something. It could be an ebook. It could be books. It could be, anything that you have that is not going to require that you do the work. For the We Empower You membership, Lee and I do the work. We meet here on Wednesdays for 2 hours every Wednesday, 52 weeks out of the year. We've created a work effort that's there, but it's very minimal in terms of hours worked. So that's where we do the work for you. So we're not asking anybody to create something that's going to put them in the position of working harder. We're actually putting you in the position of working smarter. So those are two really big distinctions. I'm going to have folks who have questions, or anyone who has a comment, what you got value out of Lee's presentation, go ahead and unmute yourself and pop in. I'll switch us to gallery.
Yeah, TU is just going to give me all kinds of compliments, so no point in going to.
Go ahead and unmute.
And Troy's going to rag on me, so to keep him muted. Sally, how you doing, Sally? Give me a call tomorrow. I was expecting your call today. So it looks like people do not have any questions. Oh, yes.
Spoke too soon. Theo, you unmuted. Ask a question.
I scared her.
Yeah, you always scare me.
Yeah, but that's okay. So
No.
doing my job. Doing my job.
Well done.
Thank you. Well, the question I had is, when you're talking about mainstream media, there's so many different ways that we can go regarding that. Is there one in particular that you could recommend for us to start with?
You've got the membership, so I would just look at your media list. There's over 2,000 radio stations that tell you what they focus on. Now, a lot of people may have, because of this COVID thing and everything, may have turned over, but the radio stations are still there. And they're telling you what their audience is, between 50,000 and 100,000 listeners. So go through that list,
Okay.
Pick what radio stations target your topic, and call them up and pitch them. Basically, whatever you want to pitch them, whatever your message is,
Okay, that sounds good.
Start there, and then once you get your confidence up, just call your local TV stations and start getting on there.
I did start with the radio.
Yeah, well, you know what I did, like, I had no confidence at all in doing any of this stuff. So what I did was I just sponsored a local TV show. They had me on as a guest, and they had to be nice to me because they wanted my money, and they would accept all kinds of mishaps and flaws and everything. And then I was just happened to be there often enough saying, hey, there's a TV show that's opening, there's space opening. Do you want to get that space? And of course I said yes. And then I found a sponsor to pay for that space. So it just, when you start moving into traffic, you will see the openings. But if you're parked in your garage doing Facebook posts, you're never going to get anywhere.
I don't have a garage. But yeah, I understand what you're saying. And I'm looking really at where I'm going to go next, because the book is going to print. And it won't be long now before I have it in my hot little hand. So now's the time to start using this platform to get the world, let the world know I'm here.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. Just think of all the radio stations in the world as your promotional department. And you go and you pitch, and your promotional department will very clearly tell you whether your pitch is crap or it's good. There you go.
And practice my pitch with you first, right?
You just refine. Look, your pitch may work on me and they may not work on the radio station, but you've got this whole network of people willing to tell you if your pitch is good or not. And you'll find out within 10 pitches, and then you keep refining. It's really easy.
A few weeks back, Lee, you commented on the fact that there may be some hidden or obvious fears of picking up the phone or contacting media, but you're kind of all, and it's really a fear of failure is what you pointed out. So we all have this idea that, oh, we're going to blow it, we're going to fail, we're going to say something stupid, we're not, they're going to hang up on us or whatever. But if you actually never pick up the phone, you're already failing, right? So there is only one way to succeed, and that is to pick up the phone. That's it. Because even if they turn you down, you're headed towards success. If you don't make any calls and you stay in the, I don't want to be embarrassed, I don't want to fail, then you've failed essentially, So I loved that remark that you made a few weeks ago.
Thank you, Bettina. So here's the mindset that you need to be on. Okay, it's not whether they like your pitch, it's you're calling and giving them something you believe their audience needs to hear. That's it. And that just turns it right around to giving as opposed to selling. So if you can write that down, it's really important. You're letting them know of a subject you believe their audience needs to hear. Like Troy, the radio audience needs to hear about his financial strategies. They need to hear this, or there's going to be bad things occurring, So you're pitching, you're not even pitching, you're giving information that their listening audience needs to hear or would enjoy hearing. That's the thought process.
So you're educating, and education is power.
Yeah. It's you gotta, you're not saying, oh, they don't like my book, because you can't pitch your book. You need to pitch the message of your book on how to heal after you've been folded, spindled, mutilated. You all have.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as a reminder, if you're unclear about your message, on the third week of every month at 9 a.m. and 2 p.m., I open up the Zoom link. It's a link that's on our calendar page. And I work with anybody who's willing to work on their message, their story, and to get that confidence and build that confidence by practicing. Tiu's a graduate of that program. Lori Scott Whaley is as well. Sally's just going through it this week, and others are invited. It's open to everyone, not just our members, because anyone can participate with us and make the $800 per member, whether you're an affiliate or whether or not you're an actual member. But the members benefit from the 4 cornerstones, which is, of course, our media list, our sponsor list, our income activator, and we're here for you to make sure that you have success in landing your 5-minute spotlight, which is also part of the benefit. So those are the 4 key components.
And it's kind of interesting because I did this. I made millions on the most boring subject in the world, insurance. Boring and hated. Okay. I mean, seriously, could you give me a worse topic? And my message was so benign. Come to find out the lowest car insurance rates. Whoa, what a clickbait subject that is. Okay. So, but people do not like insurance companies, and they like an advocate. So I could say, holy cow, look at these crooks. the insurance rates have gone postal, or whatever you want to say. And the radio people hate insurance companies as much as you do. They're advocates too, and the TV people, so they will have you on. And the best thing about this is that when you don't have any credentials, you can't get sued. You can't get your credentials pulled. If I was an insurance broker, I would not have my license, but I don't have any credentials, so I can say whatever. And then the insurance companies could say, oh, you were wrong about that. And I would say, oops, let me run a retraction story. This is perfect. Double the effect, and I didn't know anything about the insurance industry. So I would, run insurance comparisons with the Munsters, Eddie Munster and stuff. You can do wild things. They love it. How much would the Munsters pay for insurance? Let's figure this out. It's just crazy fun. You can turn any business into a water cooler business.
How about Mr. Magoo?
Mr. Magoo. Oh yeah, Mr. Magoo. What is this? Let's take a look at his insurance rates.
Is it insurable or not?
Yeah, and then you start brainstorming about your own product or service. What would Mr. Magoo do if he had to deal with TU's life? Or if he got some good CBD oil, Mr. McGreat. Or Mr. McGoo. I don't know. There's Lady Gaga, Mr. McGoo. So anyway, if there's no more questions, I will click out into the hemisphere.
Thank you so much, Lee. Great to have you again.
Okay.
As always.
Thanks, Lee.
Okay. So enjoy. Bye, guys.
Bye. See you at Wednesday next week at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for the WeEmpowerYourLife.com website presentation, the revenue strategies, and our marketing meeting. Next up is our Facebook Live presentation of all of our members and non-members here for WeEmpowerYourLife.com. Bye for now. Stay tuned, people. Don't go anywhere. I'm just changing platforms here.